It's my feel-good breakfast show.
If you're planning your next holiday and you don't know where to go, undoubtedly one of the most magical places on earth and the second most popular destination for South African travelers, Thailand. It's a country that never disappoints. Now, having recently returned from an eco-adventure in Thailand, international blogger and travel writer Dawn joins us in studio to chat about what sounds like, as I said, a truly magical destination. Dawn, great to have you back.
Thank you, Graham.
What is it about Thailand?
I'd always wondered, actually. So this was my first visit.
Wow.
And I'd always seen about beaches and people going over in the nightlife, and I wasn't quite sure if that was really where I was going to fit in. But I had this invitation to go on a green-focused travel trip,
Cool.
and we were there by invitation of Thailand Tourism, and we were there for 10 days, and I think I saw a side of Thailand that I really need to encourage people to go over and explore.
Now, we know that you are an eco-traveller and you've been privy to some amazing conservation efforts, to some beautiful stories and narratives as they unfold. What was it about Thailand that grabbed your attention?
The people. I think that when people talk about Thailand, they don't actually put enough emphasis on how gracious and warm and accommodating and welcoming the people are. You know, they just have such an emphasis on travel. They value tourists and they go to a lot of effort to make you happy and make sure that you're having a good time.
Well, it's amazing to hear you speak of it with this kind of positivity. We know that, you know, as a nation, they've been through their fair share of troubles. We know that it's a military run at the moment, and I think that has certainly raised a red flag for many. What are some of the things that you do need to be cautious of or aware of when travelling to Thailand? Did that affect you in any way?
Not at all. I think that mostly we know Thailand is a place with package deals. You go, you sit on the beach, you have, you know, you can get a scooter, you can go on a bicycle, you can have a lovely time. You can do that, but, you know, there's just, I think it's important to get more of an insider's view.
Yeah.
From the military rule perspective, it's not at all evident. I mean, I do a lot of traveling. I was told it was military rule. You can't see it. And apparently one of the first things that they did was say that tourists take priority and they have to be safe and they have to be looked after and not at all inconvenienced. So when you go to the Grand Palace, which is a must, an absolutely incredible sight to see in Bangkok, there is some presence. Or you go to Ayutthaya, which is the ancient capital and this village that really needs to be visited and walked about. You know, you stand there and you just get more of an idea of the history of Thailand, one that we aren't always taking into account at all. So those are definitely two places that I would recommend.
Wow, so set aside the jet ski and get on foot, go and experience it firsthand. So what's a good time to go over? What's the best time of the year to visit Thailand?
They say from November through to May. I was actually there now in June, and it's considered the rainy season. We had sprinkles on a few afternoons that come for about half an hour, cool things down and go away. So if that's rainy season, I think we can definitely cope with it. And it is more affordable at that time. Another thing that I would really recommend is cycling in Bangkok, which I did with a company called Spice Roads. And it just takes away, you know, all of you're not enclosed in a car, you're not in a vehicle, and even on foot, you're kind of watching where you go. Here with the guide, we went in through this incredible sort of slum area, saw the colours, the character, the school, went into what they call the Bangkok Lung, which is this green area that's being preserved, and they say that Bangkok's getting oxygen from. You know, take a longboat. And where the green travel comes in, you know, a company like that, a company like Locals Alike, who are local tour operators who can put these green packages together, is run by a youth program. So everyone that we worked with, they seem to be between sort of 20 and 28, and they were just so attentive. So with things like that, with that kind of initiative, and this 7 Greens as a campaign that they're running, it was really very special.
With so much emphasis placed on our eco-tourism, it seems like we could learn a lot from what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think that living where we do and being in touch with nature all the time, we should be more aware of it. But what astounded me was in the communities which are remote and rural, you know, we saw this existence with nature and this mutual respect. But in a city like Bangkok, which is crazy. And
Yeah,
when
one
you
of
go,
the most bustling in the world. Yeah.
allow time in Bangkok. There's just so much there, and there's the shopping, and there's just the smells and the street food, and eat the street food. Take the experience in.
Oh, well, thank you so much for spreading the word and going through all of that. It sounds terrible that you have to put yourself through for us, but we really do appreciate your efforts. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, there's so much to see, and do make sure Thailand is on your bucket list of experiences. It sounds like you will not regret it.
Well, if after that you're keen to explore more exotic locations, you can do so by, of course, collecting Avios through things that you already do regularly, like buying your groceries, filling up with fuel, and everyday credit card spend, all of which could contribute towards your next flight to see some fantastic locations all around the world. If you'd like to find out more about the Travel Rewards program, go to www.avios.com. Right now, time for us to get with the news.